Hi everyone, Simon Robinson from One Min Manager. I talk to 20 to 30 people every single month who come to One Minute Manager because they're interested in getting an app to systemize their business. They're absolutely tearing their hair out, trying to grow their business, but they're being held back by a lack of bad time management on their part, certain members of staff, or just a general lack of systemization of the business. So for example, everything's a manual process or somebody's got to remember to do it. These types of customers are our bread and butter, and we work with these all day long. But what I thought I'd share with you today is the two reasons, and there are only two reasons, that people give us for not getting an app from One Minute Manager. The first reason is they've not got time. You see, our apps are not off-the-shelf apps. They're bespoke, custom-designed apps built exactly for whatever business it is that we're dealing with. And in order to develop the apps, we have to liaise with the business owner or members of staff to actually find out what it is they need the app to do. As soon as a business owner hears this, his first thought is, that sounds like a lot of time, and I'm really busy running my own business, so unfortunately, Simon, I've not really got that amount of time to invest in getting an app. Sometimes they'll even tell me, oh, I'll give you a ring in a couple of months, but they never come back. Because in 2 months they've not changed anything, so they're just as busy and disorganised as they were before. So let me explain how we avoid this. We have what's called an onboarding procedure, which is what we do to take on new clients. And the first step of that is we do need a meeting to find out what the business does and what the business is hoping to achieve by getting an app, what its needs are. This meeting does not take a long time. It takes between 30 minutes and an hour. It can be done over the phone because we deal with customers all over the UK. And then once we've completed that first meeting, we've got a good idea of what the business needs to achieve from this app, and we've got a lot of work we can be getting on with. Usually then after a couple of weeks we come back to the business owner saying, right, we've done all that, what's next? And that's going to be a quick 10-15 minute telephone conversation, and typically we do that conversation every week or two. So realistically, once it's up and running, the actual cost of getting an app in time is not really more than about half an hour a month usually. And one of the things you should think about if you're going to get an app is the time you're going to put into getting the app is an investment. And the way it works is roughly for every hour that you invest in systemizing your business, you're going to be getting 10 hours back. What I mean is, if you spend an hour organising getting an app and you're working 60 hours a week, then you should be able to get that down to 50 hours within a month, something like that. So that's the first reason. The second reason, and probably the most obvious, is we get people that tell us, look Simon, I can't afford it. And the reason we get this is people underestimate how much an app costs based on past experience. So maybe they bought an app from Google Play or Apple iStore before, or maybe they sign up for a monthly subscription with someone like Google Apps, Dropbox, Office 365 or Netflix. So when we sit down with them, we tell them all the exciting and interesting things we can do for their app. They think they can get all that for maybe £10 a month, £20 a month, maximum £30 a month based on what they've previously spent. Unfortunately, our apps are very sophisticated and customised, so they actually cost significantly more than that. So quite often the customer will get disheartened and will tell themselves they can't afford it. But what they forget is an app can be used for things other than systemizing your business, to start with at least. We can design the app so that from the get-go it's tasked with earning the business more money, making more profit or saving costs. Some examples of this that we've done in previous apps are making sure that as clients document and get paid for all extras or variations on jobs, making sure they get paid for 100% of all retentions on bigger contracts, stopping staff from skiving or being generally inefficient and wasting time. Or we can tweak your quoting process so that you're actually going to make more money, more profit from the same customer, and this is all without increasing your profit margin. We've got ways around that. I'll give you one example of this. We've got a client recently. They've had one of our apps now for a couple of months. They've been using our extras or variation section for 3 or 4 weeks now. They've just finished a big contract. They've put a bill into their client for £900 worth of variations. And you know what? They're going to get paid for it. because they've documented everything about those variations. They've taken photos, they've wrote what it is, they've got it signed off by the manager, we can prove when and where all this happened. So the client has got no real alternative other than to pay. So hopefully that's been useful. I'm Simon Robinson from 1 Minute Manager, and this has been 2 excuses for not buying an app.